Wow. Okay, Tracy, what do you got for us tonight before we start our training?
Woohoo! Senior manager. Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. Working on executive.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
nailed
very
it.
nice. It started my day off awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, my dear. And yeah, Joan says congrats in the chat. That's
Oh, I
great.
see
I'm really
that.
excited. Move this slide so it starts up again. There we go. Okay.
Oh God. Oh.
Sean, you volunteered. We played Wens last week, and we
I
played.
know.
Who else did we play? We did the first night we did Jones, and then we did Wens, and now it's your turn, girl. We're just gonna play a couple. I just want to say thank you for sending it in, and then we'll dive right into leadership training because I found an old PowerPoint, Joan, and you'll probably recognize it as I go through it. And there's some really important key points that I really wanted to share with everybody tonight because I'm really getting fired up for 2023. Lots of great things are happening, and you guys stepping up and doing things that you're uncomfortable doing, I have to say, are the baby steps that are going to help you develop into an incredible leader. Okay. Especially Sean, when you shared with me that, Mike's retiring and you don't want to be going to work when he's home. Well, and when you said the income that you want to generate, I was like, well, boy, you got to step it up, girl. Right. Right. I'm just being funny, but you know what I mean? Like, in order to generate the kind of income that you want to generate, you can't treat this business as a hobby. Right now, you have to fit it into the nooks and crannies of your day, but the key thing is being consistent, right? So taking the time to send me this video is part of that, right? It's a step. Okay, so let's just we're gonna play two very quick videos that Sean sent me, and these are going to be they're already uploaded to my YouTube channel. So if you think of somebody or meet somebody that has struggling with some of these conditions, then you've got this quick little video that you can share, right, with your potential prospects. So here's Shani.
Hello, my name is Sean King. I've been taking and using Neolife products for the past 26 years. Back in 2018, I started to have some serious digestive issues. I didn't really understand or know what was causing them. I look back now and I feel it was likely due to a traumatic event that had occurred in our family, as well as I went on the keto diet for a period of time. So in the fall of 2019, I had a colonoscopy done. The results were that I had microscopic colitis. The doctor prescribed steroids as the treatment for this, so I immediately contacted Nada and asked her what I should do, what I should add to my daily regimen. Nada suggested that I take 6 salmon oil in addition to everything else I was taking. Within 1 week, my issues had cleared up. I had everything sort of under control. I did have flare-ups though, and I felt it was due to stress mostly. So what I did was I did an elimination diet after that, and I determined that avocado and cashews were flare-ups, and this is why I say that I think it was attributed to the keto diet. So everything's under control now. I feel great. And that's all. Thanks so much. Hello, my name is Sean King.
Awesome. Okay, and now we're going to go to, oh, hang on, here we go, her son's story.
Hello, my name is Sean King. I've been using and taking the Neolife products for about 26 years now. I wanted to share my son's story with you. Chase is now 19 years old and has been taking Neolife products since he was born. When he was little, he had a lot of hearing issues and had a lot of hearing tests done. We noticed that his hearing would get worse in the spring. So when he was about 10 years old, I reached out to Nada to figure out what else we could give him to try to combat those allergies that I thought that his hearing issues were linked to. He started taking one of each of the Formula 4, carotenoids, Super B, vitamin E, vitamin A, and Betagard. His allergies were more under control, and he didn't seem to have the hearing issues that he did prior. In February of 2020, when he was 16, he was getting run down due to his schedule, his schooling, sports, girlfriends, that sort of thing. After 3 weeks of him not getting any better, I reached out to Nada because his doctor said that he had tonsillitis and prescribed antibiotics. However, the antibiotics weren't working and he kept getting worse. They then tested him for mono. We wouldn't get the results for 3 days, so Nada suggested that we give him 6 carotenoids and 2 Formula 4, along with everything else that he was already taking. So after just 2 doses of that regimen, the next morning, he was up and he was moving around. He wasn't able to get out of bed for the 4 days prior to that. He was making his own food. He felt great. The results of the mono were that he was positive for mono. So I'm just thankful that we have these products in our life and that he was able to recover so quickly from mono. Thank you.
And I saw,
Hello, my name is Sean King.
and I saw him the other day, Shawnee, and he's like 6 foot,
Or 6'4".
6'4", sorry, 6'4", and they were wrestling, and what a strong man, strong, lean man.
Yeah.
You can sure tell that the products have impacted his life. So awesome. Thank you for that. So yeah, so I mean, you know, the power of videos, right? If you ever bump into a young mom and her son or kids are struggling with immune issues, or mono is very, very commonly diagnosed in teens, especially when they're in school and they're run down, they're not eating properly, and stress and things like that. So definitely a video that we could share. So thank you so much for that. So now, oops, that isn't gonna, okay, no, good. Okay, I just want to make sure that wasn't gonna play again. So now let's talk about some qualities of becoming a leader and developing into a leader, because that is something that I remember when I started building my Neolife business, my upline, Al and Annalise, they really encouraged us to step up and to, you know, come to the front of the room or do a testimonial. And back then we had our Neolife binder. And Sean, I know you found your Neolife binder from 27 years ago. I still have my Neolife binder. And Al used to make us read from that binder 1 product per meeting. So we'd literally open up the binder and read information on Formula 4. Okay, so aloud in front of people so that we can get comfortable talking in front of a group of people. So it's
But
really,
I'm frozen. Sorry, Nada.
that's okay. I'll just mute everybody. Hang on. Mute all. There we go. So we make it easier for everybody. And then, you know, the more comfortable you get talking on Zoom, sharing your story, you know, you just build the confidence, and that's really, really important. But some of the things that we're going to talk about is just how to become an effective leader, and also creating some goals. And we're going to make some agreements together as a team tonight. Okay. So the 5 fundamental essentials of an effective direct selling and network marketing leader, they've mastered this. You need to have a vision. You need to know where you're going. You need to have self-awareness within yourself to know what you want. And you need to learn the fundamentals, just the simple things, the systems that are in place. You have to have some principles and really strong values. Okay, so these are the 5 things that we need to have to become effective and successful in this business. And this is a very powerful quote. Come to the edge. It's too high. Come to the edge. We might fall. Come to the edge. They came and he pushed them and they flew. Okay, so sometimes you're feeling a little uncomfortable, right, with what you're doing, but that's okay. You've got to just take a risk, take a stance, and go for it. Over 150,000 people in 125 countries start a network marketing business every week. And it's funny because statistically, 60% of network marketers quit their first year due to the following. Lack of transfer of knowledge through duplication, right? So if I'm not a good leader and teach you how to duplicate, then you feel like you can't do it, you'll quit, okay? The lack of leader support and mentoring. This was one of the biggest reasons why I stuck with it. It was a difficult business when I was building my Neolife business. We had to order product and deliver and sell product and collect money from all of our customers. We didn't have a shipping, and I had to pay my team individually. It wasn't done by the company. You guys have it easy peasy, okay? But I had an incredible leader that helped me, supported me, and mentored me through that journey, okay? Lack of realistic expectations in terms of income. Never, ever over promise, right? When you tell somebody like, oh, you can make, $1,000 your first month. No, it's possible, okay? But realistically, we want to teach people the steps: manager, senior manager, executive manager, and then and find out where they're at in their life and see what kind of time commitment they're willing to put in to make those realistic income goals. Okay, really important. And that's between you and your promoter. Okay, an estimated 95% of those who survive 10 years in network marketing become wealthy beyond their wildest expectations. Okay, that survive 10 years. So you have to have a vision. Expand your capacity to dream big and to implement change. I know, Joan, this is something that you talk about all the time: having that vision, having that dream, and make it a huge, huge dream, a huge goal. Like for me, when I was 23 years old, actually, I would say after a couple of years of building my Neolife business, probably 25 at the time, is when I started saying I was going to quit my job. That's huge for me to make that statement. Okay. See beyond current circumstances. See others for their potential. Lead by example. Inspire others to believe in your visions. So really important that you have that clear vision for you and your team. 3 words that describe you as a leader. Okay, your areas of strength. What are the 3 top goals for your team this year? Oops, hang on a second here. So what are 3 words that describe you as a leader? Your areas of strength. Anybody share 3 things? Anybody want to share? Just unmute yourself and share. To describe you as a leader, Tracy? You can unmute.
Being positive.
Yeah, being positive is
Positivity.
that's a big one. Absolutely, no matter what. That was huge for me, Tracy.
Yeah.
Especially with the environment that I was in, and very negative environment, and I had people in my life that were very negative, always saw the glass half empty. So it's so important to have that strength. Awesome. Anybody else? 1 word to describe you as a leader in your areas of strength?
Perseverance.
Perseverance. Huge.
Good one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay.
Patience.
Yeah. Patience. Yeah. Huge. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what are the top 3? What are some of your goals for your team this year? Do you have any?
I want a team underneath me.
Woohoo, that's a great goal. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Woohoo. Great goal, Tracy.
I'm working on it.
Yes, you are. My God, executive manager's first step, and then you will find that leader, right? But you really need to have a personal mission, like a vision and a mission statement, something that gives you that strength and that power. So I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes just to start writing some things down that inspire you, that keep you moving, that will motivate you. And don't worry what it looks like. And then I'll read you mine very, very quickly that I wrote a while ago. And I do read some of these things every single day, but just start writing. Just start writing for a couple minutes. A mission statement, some of your goals, what you visualize, how you see yourself, things that inspire you. Okay, so
I already had one written down after one of our other ones a long time ago.
Oh, good.
Want me to share it?
Yes, please.
I'll be quick.
Okay.
It's not that long. Because it was the 1 minute thing we had talked about before.
Yes.
So I just kind of jumped into it. I said, been an RN for 27 years. I met Nada in the Dominican Republic while doing yoga and Zumba. We chatted about health and what I did. Being an RN, a health coach. She introduced me to Neolife and gave me samples and information about the shakes and Upbeat. I liked them, but still needed to do my research. Comparing my current supplement regimen, Neolife definitely is a superior product. I immediately ordered the products. I wouldn't say immediately, you know what I mean, but a couple weeks or whatever, because we were getting home from the Dominican. Feeling more energized and impressed by the quality of these products, I started to share. Interested in a side hustle, but really something long-term, including like more money and time freedom that Nada had talked about. That's when I started learning more about the Neolife opportunity. And here I am.
Woohoo! That's
Yeah.
awesome. Way to go. Excellent. So this is what as far as a mission statement, to be the best I can be as a mother, a wife, a daughter, a friend, and business leader. Oh, I guess that's a typo there. To help everyone in our team become strong, independent leaders and to help them set goals, track and accomplish their goals. I will build an organization to achieve our goal of being liquid and financially independent so that we can help others in need. I will talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person I meet. I will live in faith and be so strong that nothing can disturb my peace of mind. So that's my mission statement. You did an amazing, like a 30 second or 1 minute commercial, which is awesome because that's how you're going to attract people, Tracy, to what you're doing. And that's going to change as your business grows. That's going to change. Your story is going to change. But that is fantastic. Fantastic way of introducing and talking and sharing with others. Okay.
Cool.
So there's different ways of looking at your skill, whether it be high, low, high will, low will, high skill, low skill. So let's talk about some of these skills. And you need to put yourself in one of these categories and see what area where you fall. Are you high skill, low will? The skilled, experienced person who is in need of attention of some description and may be affected by the challenge of change. Okay. Are you low skill, low will? The beginner to a role, project or task who is just starting out and is nervous or may have already tried and failed. Okay, so that's another category. High skill, high will. The skilled worker who is looking for more opportunities to grow and develop. And low skill, high will. The enthusiastic new beginner. So when you're connecting with some of your new promoters, you need to find out what areas they need to improve in order to develop a stronger sense of, I guess, a business sense. Okay, so find out who they are, and you will by asking questions, finding out what their needs are, finding out what their goals are, and you need to find out where they fit in this area. So as a leader how to lead them and what areas they need to strengthen. Okay, so really important. So that's where the self-awareness comes in. Understand your own management and communication style and how you are a role model that will be duplicated by others for success or failure. Okay. Seek feedback from others always. Joan, you're awesome. Joan is never afraid to tell me, if I need to improve something, whether it be the way I've worded something or, just improving things. Because even me as a leader, I still need you guys to tell me what you need, right? And the role that I play to help you, okay? Determine how best to communicate with and coach others based on their needs and wants. Everybody is different. Every personality is different, okay? So we need to find that out when we're talking to our new promoters. So mastering self-awareness. So there's the emotional, there's the passionate driver, there's the talent nurturer. So again, there's different personalities that you're going to meet as you're developing your team and developing your promoters and your customers. So when you're looking at emotional intelligence, degree to which one understands and successfully manages oneself and one's relationship with others, strives for self-awareness and self-regulation, lives Neolife's values, demonstrates empathy and influence, and is obsessive about promoters and customers. Okay, so that's the emotional intelligence. Then you have the passionate driver, relentless accountability for results and governed by business ethics, embraces change, open to change because believes that it may be for the betterment of the team, courage to take the tough calls, raises the bar, acts decisively using facts and discipline. So that's another personality that you're going to be attracting to this business. And there you are, Joni. Do you remember this picture?
Where was that?
Talent nurture. It must be at one of the conventions because there's Jacinth Waldron. Remember that? Look at you, little baby girl. Puts the talent nurturer, and this is Joan. This is a perfect scenario for you to be in this picture. Puts right people in the right jobs at the right time. Develops the next generation of leaders by continuously looking for high-willed talent and developing those who deliver results. Develops key leaders to step up within the team by partnering with them on a daily basis to develop their business and business acumen, which is the ability to make good judgments and quick decisions. Okay, so you need to become a nurturer. This is a critical part of becoming a good leader. Okay, you need to nurture and guide people. You're developing them into leaders, but you need to be there. It's like holding a baby's hand, right? Every step of the way. Okay. So, mastery of basic direct selling network marketing business fundamentals that are easily duplicated, that can increase the possibilities of more success for more people. First of all, analyze business and develop goals. You need to have goals. Like Tracy's goal was director. I didn't know, Tracy, when you said you were going to be director last month, I was like, whoa, she never told me that. That was my bad. I thought you were aiming for, I thought you were aiming for executive, but you were aiming for director. But anyways, executive manager this month and director, or you might even be aiming for director in February. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm trying. Believe me, I'm trying. I want to jump over executive and get straight to director.
You can do that. I give you my permission.
Yay. Yes. I'm fighting tooth and nail, man. I'm doing it.
That's awesome. Commit with passion and belief. There you are. You're right in there already, right?
Yes.
And also I did get a call from Stephen and he said, that Tracy, you know how many people she sponsored already last month? Like you were like, he goes, she's like a hoppin'. I said, she's a hoppin'. Here we're talking 3 per month, but man, you're over and beyond that, which is awesome. Right. But 3 people a month is a good, consistent thing that you should be aiming for. If you go above and beyond, fantastic, but look for leaders. While you're doing that, you're looking for leaders, people like you, right? That are like-minded, people that have needs, financial needs, or just, they're not happy with what they're doing, right? There's so many people out there that are not happy with what they're doing, right?
Yeah. And I feel, sorry, it's this one-on-one, but like, I feel like I've got like probably 3 or 4 people like that, but I think they're afraid.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to, I keep inviting them, but I don't know what's going to be, like you guys tell me, like it takes a bunch of like,
what works, Tracy, what really works for Serena is she'll just do a one-on-one with me, like do just the 3 of us do a chat. This way they can ask me questions and we'll make it more casual.
Okay.
So that's another thing. So schedule group planning, training meetings, Zoom meetings, in-homes, anything that you can get people in front with me and you and them. If they don't want to, some people don't want to come to a big group thing. That one-on-one time would be fantastic.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And also working the business in 90-day increments is always good too. Okay. The power of goals. So there was the results of a study of business school graduates who had been out of school for 10 years. Okay. 83% did not have goals. 4% had vague goals. 3% had clearly articulated written goals. 10 years later, those with some sense of goals earned 3 times more. Those with written goals earned 10 times more. Really important to write your goals down. Read them aloud, write them down. I write mine every single day in my Joy Journal, whether it be first thing in the morning or right before bed. I read my 25 cards that Ashley told us to read every single morning and every single night. Okay, really important that you have something that you're reading before you go to bed and when you wake up, to put your body and your mind in that positive vibration so that you're attracting people to what you're doing. This plays a really big role, okay, is that power of that vibration that you're putting out there, okay? And prospecting. Prospecting is the most critical skill that you must develop, master, and be able to duplicate to teach others. So this was the part that was kind of, that scared me in the beginning. And it's normal to be scared a little bit, but after a while, it gets fun. Like, I just literally go out and talk to people, whether it be the grocery store, whether it be just start conversations, compliment people. Like when I complimented Tracy, right? And then we just connected and we were laughing on the beach and then, you know, doing the yoga. And I mean, just like, that's part of prospecting. It might never go anywhere, but this one did, right? You just never know. But the more people you interact with and start conversations with, the higher chance of you introducing somebody, whether it be to the product or the business. Okay, so it's really important that we help you and we teach you as leaders, right, how to prospect for customers, for sellers, network marketers, anytime, anywhere, any place. So it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going to go to a network marketing meeting, right? I talk to people everywhere and anywhere. I joined a new yoga studio. I asked the owner if it'd be possible for me to share Neolife, and because it's a franchise, they said, no, we're not allowed to, but she's interested in learning more because I asked her. She goes, but I'm kind of curious. I used to take this, this, and this, but I need to lose some weight, and boom, I sent her information. So I just asked the question, right? So it's important, anytime, anywhere, any place, just start conversation and start talking to people, okay? So just remember, new recruits want to know where they can find new prospects, they can talk to about the business, and how to talk to these new prospects. So where are some examples of where you can talk to people and connect with people? Anybody? Some ideas. I just gave you an idea of the gym.
Grocery store.
That's awesome. I've met a few people actually that I've sponsored from the grocery store, especially in the health food section when they're looking at different protein powders, or they're picking up, the reading ingredients. And I always go, oh, what are you looking for? What is there a certain ingredient that you're looking for? Great way to start conversation. Another was this lady was picking up the canned tomatoes, and I said, are you looking at the sodium content? She goes, oh, no, why should I? I said, oh my gosh, my mom, you know, she sends me to the grocery store all the time, and she's always telling me, before you buy the passata, make sure it's low sodium. Some of them have 300, some of them have 62. And she's like, oh, I didn't know that. I said, oh yeah, let's look. Then we started looking at the jars together, right? Just a great way to start conversation, right, with somebody. And then she says, oh, I didn't realize it was that important. I said, I have my own health and wellness business. And let me tell you, this is something that is so important. They go, oh, what kind of business, right? Just a great way to open conversation, okay? So grocery store, banks, gym, anybody else?
Pickleball, golf
Pickleball.
course, curling club.
Yeah.
The drugstore, pharmacy.
Drugstore, yeah. Oh yeah, drugstore would be a good one, Yuli. Absolutely.
Social media.
Gardening groups, euchre
Mhm.
clubs,
Yes, and Serena's had
and
a
a social
great
gathering.
social gathering. Serena's had great successful social media posts. That's how she found Jennifer,
Mhm.
was from a social media post.
Yeah.
And look at that, a new senior manager in her team. You just never know. You just don't know who's watching, who's listening, right? And so yeah, awesome. Thank you. Is Jennifer on? I just wanted to make sure. I didn't see people come on after. here tonight. I know internet's been a bit dicey for her these last little few days. Okay.
I don't see her,
Um,
no.
So we talked about your 30-second commercial, and that was perfect what you did, Tracy. Once you get a prospect's attention, you must be able to get their commitment for an interview in 1 minute, right? So what you did there was fantastic when you're sharing and talking to somebody, okay? So what business are you in? Can I make money? And what do I have to do to earn the money? So these are some of the things that you need to be ready to answer. And this is what they're going to want to know more about. Okay. So I'm in the health and wellness business. You can definitely make extra cash, whether it be $500 or $1,000 a month initially. That's all I, wanted was a tax savings. But then I realized I wanted more, and you can earn a 6-figure income or more. So these are the kinds of things you want to plant. Some people are afraid to hear that 6-figure income. They'll be happy with 500 to 1,000 until they achieve that goal. And then once they get to that goal, then they're like, oh, tell me more about the 6-figure part, right? Okay. Yeah, and when you're practicing your 30 seconds, we practiced this a few times with your timer. So make sure with your upline, with your leader, that you practice this. And we've been using some of you guys on our Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is great for testimonials. Okay. Okay, so you're looking for people to sell products, right? That leads to profit and partner. So so they're saying that if you talk to 3 people a day times 5, that's 15 leads per week, right? Times 4 weeks, that's 60 leads a month. Times a year, it's 780 potential new customers. So even if you do 1 a day, look at the amount of people, right, that you're reaching out to and adding to your list of names. Even if only 25% say yes, right? What an incredible outcome. The numbers are quite high. Okay, so it really is a numbers game. If you talk to 1 person a week, right, then you're going to build a very part-time little wish-washy business. Okay, it won't be as fast.
Wish-washy is a terrible word.
Why? Oh,
I hate that word.
okay, I won't say it anymore. It's
I
funny
know,
'cause
but it hits home. That's good. Who wants a wish-washy business? No one.
exactly. Yeah. Especially if you want to make money. Some people are just, I wouldn't say they're happy, but they can't see themselves doing any more. So they're not going to do more. They're not going to grow more. They're not going to set goals to strengthen some of the, the skills that they need to achieve, right? Now, if you have 50 people with a wish-washy business in your team, that, you know what I mean? You're going to get, if that's what they want, you're there to support what they want. But you don't want a wish-washy business, right?
No.
You want to build a
No.
strong, stable, consistent business. And now I'm going to say that this presentation was probably from about 25 years ago, and the 3 and 30 program was in place when I started building my Neolife business. I think I shared that on one of my interviews. And we had 3 and 30 pins, and I got 3 and 30 every single month. You know what? I'm going to have to look back. I think it was for the first 2 years, but the first year we won an award, both my neighbor Flo and I, because we started the business together. We both were on stage for personal sponsoring and team sponsoring, because we did this 3 and 30 program. And now them bringing it back, just I understand the value and the importance of this. Okay, it's free for members to join, right? So this will increase your success. This will, and how can you ensure the success of utilizing the TNL app, like that Team Neolife app? We didn't have this. I was telling Serena, we had a brains in a box in my car with photocopies. And I was going to the photocopy place every week, photocopying information on every single product and handing it to people, right? Now, I know, Tracy, you guys have it, like I said, easy.
So easy.
Okay? It is easy now. It's just talking to people, right? And make sure
Yeah.
you try. Yeah. And so the tools that we have, the programs that we have, is so it's duplicatable. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. You can duplicate, you can share. Now, I want to make sure there are 4 categories. Mastering the skills, gaining an opportunity. I just want to make sure, because I was going to stop at a certain, because I didn't want to get too overwhelming. Overall interest, values, dreams, financial objectives and goals. Appointing. Oh yes. Okay. So when you're talking to somebody in regards to the business or their product, you really need to find out what their interests are, what their values are, what their dreams are, financial objectives and goals. Find out more about their family, personal lifestyle, their needs, their issues, career aspirations. So as a leader, it's really important that it's kind of like, I guess, having an interview, right? And finding out more about the individual, so as a leader on how you can guide them and support them. Okay, so really important. So Tracy, for example, for yourself,
Mhm.
I think I fell short on finding out more about your goals and your desire, because you being a registered nurse, you love what you do, right?
Mhm.
And you've never expressed any like feeling of not being happy where you're at,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So that's a fault on my part,
Mhm.
because you became a leader, a strong leader, and just took off.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're very strong-willed and you're a go-getter, and you're pretty independent, right?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Now with Serena, because we're close and we're friends, she had expressed and shared, the reason why she's excited to build this business is because of her company not having, or her job not having, a retirement plan. So I know what her goals and her aspirations and dreams are. So it's really important. So you and I are going to sit down, Tracy, we're going to set some goals. Okay. And we're going to, I'm going to find out more about, to get you to that director, girl.
Yeah,
Okay?
absolutely.
Really
Nada,
important. And same with Sean. Yes.
I was just thinking, you have those points, but sometimes it doesn't flow. So you have to go with the flow of the conversation. Because sometimes you want to ask that question, but it's not appropriate at the time.
Right.
Just having that at the back of your mind, having those 4 things. But if it flows, if it gets to that point, you can't really push it, like force that.
Yeah. I agree with that. I feel like sometimes you just don't want to push it. You want to leave them, like you guys say, you want to leave them wanting more, like put a bug in the ear.
Yeah.
I get so crazy passionate, and I'm sure that's why we're in this business, about just sharing and just want to tell them everything. Like I got to find a way to like dial it back just a little bit, because I get overzealous, and that's how I am about health and nutrition and being a nurse and a health coach, and then getting into this, it's like my passion. So once you get me going, you can't shut me up. So I need to, I think, dial it back a little bit. Sometimes I need to learn how to do that.
It's funny you say that, because I remember when I started, I was over, like I couldn't stop talking about Neolife. And I remember some people in my life made comments, or like, you know what, if that was me, I would not want to be a part of what you're doing. Because I was like, blah, 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 like telling them everything. And I think Ashley gave that perfect example of, you're telling them everything about the grain oils and the important, like that is training, right?
Okay.
You need to just share, find out what their needs are, ask them if they're open to learning more, right? And just kind of plant little seeds and get them to come to an event, whether it be a one-on-one, whether it be an in-home meeting, whether it be a presentation. But yeah, and you will learn on how to just be a little careful and not to be overpowering, right?
Yeah,
Because you're right.
I feel like I'm kind of scaring people away sometimes, but then there's a lot of people that know me and know that when I'm super excited about something,
Sure.
I talk a lot, I talk fast, I just get total geeked out on it. And I know they know that, and that's a good thing. And those are all the people that signed up because they know me, and they know if I'm passionate about it and I believe in it and they trust me
Sure.
that they're gonna do something, right? But then I have other people that I think I overwhelm them. And I, you know, like you guys said, it's just gonna take practice. I'm gonna probably crash and burn, like I
Yeah.
already have, I'm sure, a few times where I probably had them right there and then I scared them.
Absolutely.
So,
And some of them will watch you for a while though, and some might come around again. And are you still doing that? Right. And that's when you can say, you know what, I'm really sorry if I like overwhelmed you with too much stuff, but I was really excited and I'm helping so many people and now I really understand the value of what this company can do.
okay,
And yeah, just very calmly say, you know what, I'm really sorry that if I came across so strong, but as I was so excited because I knew, the power and the impact of what these products can do. And you know what, I'm always here if you're ever ready, if you ever want to know more, and just back off
okay.
and let them go, oh no, tell me more, I want to know more.
Right.
Because you're still doing that. You're still doing that. I actually still
Right.
get that now. I got that. When was it? I was somewhere in town, and are you still doing that thing?
You're like, yeah,
I was laughing. I said, "Oh yeah, 33 years." Like, has it been that long? It's so funny. Like people. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of cool how it just kind of happens, right? So, and so it is important to help your promoters master selling products like that. Sharing the opportunity, showing others how to earn residual income, and through just helping you understand the fundamentals. And I think having this conversation with you guys, I think is helping. Would you say?
yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have any feedback or how are you feeling about your role as a leader? Are there areas that you're feeling you need to kind of strengthen and improve? Any feedback before we sign off?
I think one of the things is painting a picture for them, because some people that you talk to, I mean, they've never set goals. I mean, when I got started, right? Just think about yourself when you got started. So we have to paint that picture, and as they say, let them see what you see and feel what you feel, right? And Tracy, that's beginning enthusiasm, passion. That's great. That works. Some of us need to go back to that beginning, the older promoters. So, you might scare away some people, but the passion is there as long as you have the passion.
Yeah. Well, and a perfect example, Joan, for that is I was a director in my first month. But back then, Tracy, you weren't allowed to. They had to hold my points over into the following month. It's just the way they had this kind of little law where you couldn't purchase because they didn't want people buying the inventory to get to that stage. And I was, sorry, my computer looks like it's going to go dead because it's not plugged in. Anyways, so I remember, when I was looking back, and I was excited. And yes, most of the people came on board because of my enthusiasm. I didn't know anything about direct selling. I did not know anything about PVBV. It scared the living daylights out of me. But it was easy to talk about the products because I knew how I felt, and my mom and my sister and one of my best friends got results, and I was just excited to share. Yeah. And I think I did better, faster back then because I knew less. It was purely enthusiasm.
Okay. Yeah.
So don't be afraid of that. Don't lose that enthusiasm.
I don't think I can. I don't think it's in me to lose it. Like I get up talking about just anything health and nutrition. So, yeah, hopefully that's what carries me through, because I have turned down a lot of direct selling stuff, even in the OR business and nursing. And I didn't I just can't. That's not me. And so this, I think, fell in my lap for a reason. So that's why I just want to push forward. So,
well,
I think it's more about telling the stories. I think that is huge. That's what I got, like a light bulb. It's like, tell the stories. Don't give them facts. And then, and then later on you can give them that information. But whenever you meet someone, tell all kinds of stories.
Okay.
Respond.
Okay.
Yeah, because people can relate to that. And I think that's why that Neo Life Healthy Living community is a great tool, because people are sharing their stories, right?
Yeah, true that.
Absolutely. Can I say something too? One thing I think is important is the sincerity
that you have, because that'll come through, because some people just rattle it off and they can tell if you're fake. And when whatever you're saying, you believe it to be true as well. And when you're sharing these stories to, you know them to be true. And people have said, hey, you're so passionate. And yeah, you are, right? So we are passionate about what we're saying, what we live, and what we are sharing. And that's important, because people don't like a fake person. So that'll come through.
Yeah, like you like feeling like you're a used car salesman, right? Because sometimes people can feel that way, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So anyways, how did you feel when you got your little plaque?
It was funny because I got the mail on the way out to a patient's house. And I was like, I thought it was coffee that I had ordered. I was like, oh, great, my coffee's here. And then I was like I'm like, well, this is weird. Doesn't feel like coffee. And then I turned it over and I seen your name. I'm like, oh, what did Nada send me? And I was like ripping it open. And by the way, you tape stuff up really well. It was like a Christmas present I couldn't get into. And I was like stabbing it with my pen, and I was trying to rip it open. It took me forever. And then when I finally seen it, I was like, no way. I was like, yeah. I'm in my Jeep just going, yay. I have and then I seen the little card, and that was so sweet of you. So it really, really did make my day. I mean, honestly, I was like, yeah.
And this is where I'm going to close with this final slide, because it says catch your team members doing the right things and recognize and praise, and little awards, little cards, little notes. It does. It means a lot. And people don't usually get stuff in the mail anymore. Usually it's a text message, or right. So I think it's really, I appreciate getting something in the mail myself, especially because I sometimes will get a card from Kendra or from the team, and it really, it does make you feel good. So another tip that is really important to duplicate, and that's follow up. Okay. And I know, Serena, you're a follow-up queen. Like I get inspired from Serena and the success she has with following up with people. This is a skill that you need to master.
Okay, thank you for saying that. So how do you balance? Because I feel like I'm on the edge of I don't want to aggravate them and check in too often.
Yep.
But I don't want them to think I forgot. So I just send a quick text. How are you doing? How's the detox?
Yep. And you know what I always ask people? In the beginning, it should be within a few days after they get their order, make sure they got it okay. And then, after maybe a week or two, I just want to make sure you're okay. Are you enjoying the flavors? And, which one are you enjoying best? And just kind of follow up. And then after 30 days, maybe every month initially, but I always ask permission. I say, are you okay if I touch base with you every month just to make sure you're okay, or just through a quick text? And usually they go, yeah, no, that's great. I find that if you're making a phone call and you're keeping them on there for 20 minutes, when they see your call,
they're not going to pick up.
I don't have time for that. I don't have time to talk to Tracy. She's going to go on for an hour, right?
Yeah.
So I think now a quick text, but ask permission. I always say, and I always ask them, I say, you know what? I've got this email list where I send out weekly reminders for our health talks. Are you okay if I put you on that list so you'll know what we're talking about every single week? And most people say, yeah, put me on the list. So you're still dripping on them every week. You're not actually connecting yourself one-on-one, but they're getting an email from you.
Okay.
So I have a list of my members that I send out the Tuesday night health talks, and I invite them to the Thursday night, the talks as well. So that's another great way of following up and touching base, and so they know that you're active and you're doing stuff. Okay?
And that's one thing. I don't want them to think, oh, well, now that I ordered, she's not calling anymore. I've talked to every single person that has ordered multiple times, just saying, hey, how you doing? How's it going? Do you have any questions? What can I do for you? You can do this, all, supportive things. But I don't know where that fine line is, I guess, yet.
Yeah, and just ask them. Just say, listen, in the beginning, I know it was important that I touch base with you just to make sure. And when you see they're after about 3 or 4 months and they're ordering every month and they're happy with everything, you might let 2 or 3 months go by. Like, especially once your team starts growing, it's impossible to reach out to everybody every single month. You might have a rotating section.
Okay.
Okay. But just ask them, say, hey, are you okay? Hey, I know you're enjoying the product. That's fantastic. You know what? Maybe I'll touch base with you in a couple months, 2 or 3 months, and just see how you're doing. But they're still getting weekly invites to the health talks on Thursday, as long as they've agreed to that.
Okay. And you use your back office list for that? Like how
As I sign people up, I have an email list on my computer, like on my AOL. Like, you can create a list,
Okay.
add them to the list, and then create like a club member list where they're just club members. Or you can use the actual Team Neolife app. There's a system in the back office. Heather uses that religiously. We can show you how to do that.
Okay,
There's
yeah, because I seen the one who needs product. I went on there, I was like, oh, and then I reached out to my one
Yeah.
guy who was supposed to, and I was like, hey, bud, just so you know, I'm thinking it's about time you ordered. Did you do that? Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. I got to do that.
Oh, good. Excellent. That's great.
I'm trying to get more comfortable getting on that back office and utilizing it,
Yeah.
to help me stay in contact. So
It is. It's a great system that they put together for us. That's
Yeah,
great.
for
Awesome.
sure.
Excellent. And so next Tuesday, we're going to have our team huddle. So with Stephen or Ashley or both, I'm not sure yet, but I'm looking forward to them coming on next Tuesday for our gathering. We used to call it Canadian Team All In, but I said we can't anymore.
There's some Americans here, eh?
Americans here, eh? Yeah, there are.
And
Awesome. Well,
the leadership call today was amazing.
yes.
Did you guys listen? And the CEO being the CEO of your company.
Mhm.
When was
Today-
that?
Yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Yesterday, Monday at noon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can never
Yeah,
make it. Okay.
But it's recorded. You can go back and listen to it. It's always there, Tracy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tagged you in it. So you should see the tag, and then you can go back and it was an excellent call. Highly recommend listening to Monday's call. If you
Okay, I got to drive tomorrow, so I can listen to it tomorrow.
There you go. I know
Okay.
you're good with that. She's good in the car.
Very
Excellent.
hard.
All right. Anybody else before we sign off to go to our 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock health talks?
I don't think you sent me the 8 o'clock, by the way.
Did you guys get it?
I got
I
it.
got the 9, but I don't see the 8.
Oh, because I did that a few days ago. Maybe you missed that one. Want me to resend it to you?
If you would, please.
Okay. All righty. We will sign off and I will send that to you. So I want to thank you again for joining us this evening, and congratulations, all of you. And we'll see you, some of you at 8 and some of you at 9. And so on Thursday, heart health. And when you're good to share your story on Thursday?
In person? Is
Yeah.
that what you have up taped? Okay, sure. I will do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You have a great cholesterol story. I love it.
You can
And
do
then
it.
You can do it.
Just wanted to say hi
All
to
right, guys.
Hi, Lynn.
Hey, Lenny.
Lynn in a while. Hi,
I
Lynn.
know.
Okay.
Hey. Awesome. Lynn was one of my mentors for many, many years, Lynn. Awesome. All right. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, on the other side.
Bye.
Yes, on the other side.
Bye.
Bye.